Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be a tutorial showing you guys how I do my everyday foundation. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay guys, first we're gonna start off with foundation. I've already prepped my skin. I use the Tatcha water cream for my moisturizer, and then I used a little bit of the Mario Badescu cucumber water to help moisturize my skin a little bit more, just because I do have dry skin. And now I'm gonna prime my skin using the Hangover RX by Too Faced. I really like this primer just because it's super moisturizing. And it smells like coconuts, which I love, but it's super moisturizing, and I feel like it fills my pores really well. It's not, I don't think it's meant for reducing pores or anything like that, but it really, I'm reading the thing, it doesn't say anything about reducing pores, but it's super good, and it makes your makeup stay on for a very, very long time. Okay, so as far as foundation goes, this, you guys, is my holy grail foundation. Like, as you guys can see, like, I have a couple blemishes. I have red skin, not red skin, I'm sorry. I have like very sensitive skin, so a lot of the time my skin tends to be like, usually it colors really red just because it's sensitive or something's going on with it, but this covers everything. And I think it's only like $10, and it's super illuminating, which I love because, again, I'm dry. And then it's just, I don't know, it's really good. I actually prefer drugstore foundation versus high-end, and I don't know what it is about it, but it goes on my skin so much better, which is weird, but I feel like I get a lot more coverage. I love the finish about it. So yeah, so I'm gonna take about that much. Is good to cover about all my skin. And I'm using the Tarte Kabuki foundation brush. Love this for foundation. This is another one of my very much needed. So the foundation routine that I'm doing is more like an everyday, like, it's not a glam routine or anything like that. It's just a super like super everyday casual foundation routine. And I'm using the viewfinder as my mirror, so I have another one handheld, so if I look down, that's why, just to make sure everything is blended out very nice, and make sure you get your double chin. Just kidding, but I have one. And you guys see, like, it covers so well, and like, it leaves my skin looking so porcelain, and like, it makes my skin look so porcelain and matches me so well. And you don't even need a lot of it for it to cover, because I honestly, like, this isn't full coverage, but I kind of feel like it looks like it does, you know, like, look at that, like, yeah, I have a couple blemishes, but I'm gonna cover those up with concealer. But besides that, it looks really, really well. I'm just adding a little bit more, just to do a little bit more coverage. Alright guys, so moving on to concealer. Of course, I'm sure you guys have heard about this a million times. The Tarte Shape Tape, legendary. But if you don't have this, you need this. This, like, sometimes I don't even, like, I literally do that. That's all I do. 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. And it, like, covers everything. Like, it's so, yeah, this concealer is so good. It has literally, I've never had a concealer that I love so much. And then I'm going back with the foundation brush just to blend out the parts of my face. That way there's not much of a difference, because it is a bit lighter than my foundation. But you guys, this concealer is so good. I want to get a darker one to try to cream contour, but I haven't gotten around to buying another one. But it like, it blends out so flawlessly and like, it's so good. Okay, and then I'm using the Morphe, can you guys see that? The Morphe E8, which is just like a super dome, like a round, how do I describe this? It's just, I use this for concealer, which is great. I think this can be used for cream, like blending out cream products, which I think it works really well. Like, so yeah, this blends out like super easily. Like, that's it. Like, and sometimes like I forget to set it with powder and nothing happens. Like, I don't even need to set it, which is amazing. All right, and I do I don't swipe. I do patting motions just because I feel like it does blend out easier and more seamless than if you were to swipe. Pretty much be taking the product away from your face, from under your eyes. So okay, and then of course I'm going to conceal our two little friends that decided to join us today. And then with the same brush, I'm just going to pat it and cover them up. And once, it does look a little weird right now just because the concealer is lighter, but then I go back with the foundation brush and pat it some more and it'll make it blend a lot better. Voila. So that's the foundation and concealer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set for everyday foundation routines. I don't bake because I am dry, but since we're doing just like everyday, I'm just gonna set my under eye and a little bit of my T-zone, because I don't usually set my whole face because I am so dry, and I feel like it kind of, it doesn't make me look cakey, but it does. I feel like my skin like develops kind of like a texture that shows the powder, which is, it's weird, but that's, my skin's so weird. But yeah, I use the MAC Studio Fixed foundation, the powder foundation, and that one, it just, for every day, it just helps set my under eye, just around my T-zone, around my smile lines, and of course on any blemishes. And again, I'm patting, I'm not buffing like circular motions or anything like that. I'm just tapping it into my skin, making sure it is in just any areas that you want your makeup to stay on all day. The L'Oreal, this foundation is actually really good to, like, if you don't set it, it's not going to, like, well, it's personally for me, it doesn't, during the day, it doesn't go away or it doesn't melt off my face, or I don't have to like reapply during the day or anything like that, which once again, I love for this foundation. This foundation is amazing. It really helps my skin maintain a glowy finish, and like, I really recommend this foundation, you guys. It's amazing. And then I'm taking the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. You can see that. And you guys, it smells like coconuts. It's so good. And I have it in the shade Light Bronzer because I think they came out with a darker one. And I wasn't sure if this shade was gonna like be dark enough for me for a bronzer, but this works really well. And then just take it on. And here I do use, I'm sorry, did I even show you guys the brush? I'm using the, kind of wore off, but it's the the Morphe R14. Super good to get a really precise, even though I'm not technically contouring, I'm just applying some bronzer, but this is really precise and it fits really well just right there on the cheekbone. So take that. Then we do the other side. I tend to make a face when I do my bronzer just because I want to make my face is more round, so my cheekbones don't pop out. So I tend to make a face so that my my cheekbones can pop out. That way it makes it a little easier for me to contour. Not contour, to bronze. And I do move, I tend to push the product up a little bit into going towards my temple just because I feel like it has more of a slimming effect on me. And I feel like it makes it look more blended and stuff like that. And then I do apply a little bit on my forehead just because I feel like I do have my forehead and my temples, just because I do feel like I have a bigger forehead than usual. So, and you want to make sure you really blend here because from experience you don't want to have a line, or they call it like a bronzer helmet, where it's just like literally a line. You really want to blend this back into your hairlines just to make it very seamless and just that natural shadow that you would have if you didn't have any, just like that. And then I do apply a little bit on my jawline just to conceal or try to add shadow to that double chin. And if you guys notice, a lot of my products are drugstore. I mean, I have high-end as well, but I really enjoy drugstore. Like, I feel like back in the day there wasn't much like selection, or there wasn't much variety, or the quality of the stuff at the drugstore wasn't that great. And I feel like nowadays they've improved so much that it makes it like, I mean, it's just, it matches up to high-end super, like it's up there with them. And I really like that because it's affordable, and it also like, and it looks good, and it's the quality that you would expect from high-end with the drugstore price, which is what I love. And then I'm taking the Morphe E4, focus, the Morphe E4, and I am taking the Milani blush in Luminoso. I think like the packaging wore off because I've had this so long. I've had this for years, and I feel like I barely even made a dent in it, which is amazing. And then for this one, I tend to smile just a little bit and just place it right on my the apples of my cheeks, and then just try to blend it into your bronzer, just like that. And I don't really try to buff it into my my skin, just because I feel like with blush I tend to be a little bit more delicate, just because I feel like, one, you can overdo it super fast with the blush, and then it doesn't take that much. It's just a couple swipes and you got some blush. Just like that. Okay. And then for highlight, I am going to take, get out of the packaging. For highlight, I am going to take the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight palette. The shade I really love is this one, but sometimes I feel like this is a little bit too white, so I tend to mix it with another one of the pinkier color, or the one right here, just to make it a little bit more bronzy or more champagne. And I take the Morphe R36, is by far my favorite highlight brush. I cannot say this enough. I recommend this brush to everyone because it is so it just places the product like right where it needs to go, like, and it, look at that. Super, super nice. And it blends that highlight into your skin super well so that it doesn't look like it's too much or... But of course, I mean, you do you, girl. If you want to pack on the highlight, go ahead. I'm going for... I don't want to say subtle because that's not subtle. But I highlight quite a bit, but I try not to go too over the top of highlight. And I really like this, like this color, because it's like a duochrome. And it kind of has like some lavender in it, which is like kind of like a pop of color, which is like cute. But sometimes I don't like for it to go on my nose just because it is duochrome, but it looks okay today. And then I do put a little bit just right on top of my eyebrows, just to bring a little bit more light to the face. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take this highlight. I am going to be putting the Fenty Beauty. I was able to get my hands on this highlighter and I was so happy because I feel like everything was selling out, which is amazing. Go Rihanna. And like, she did such an amazing job with the whole entire line, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the foundation. And so yeah, I'm taking the highlighter in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I think this is one of the lighter ones, but this color right here is so good. So I'm just gonna place that right, and you see, like, that brings everything to life. That highlighter, it's so good. Bridge of the nose, just a little bit. I love this highlighter. It's so, well, I really love the packaging too. It's so sleek, and like, I was scared because I was like, oh my god, it's white, it's gonna get dirty, but it hasn't gotten dirty or anything like that, which I love. Okay, I think I can glow. Safe to say I can glow to the gods now. Okay, so now moving on to lips. Today I am going to do kind of my go-to nude lip that I've been doing for a while, and I am using the ColourPop and I Love Sarai. What is this? I think this is 951. Does it even say it on here? Yeah, this is the 951 lip pencil. I love her collection with ColourPop. She did such a good job. I got all the lippies and the new one that she came out, Arriba, which is like a red. It is such a beautiful red. It is one of my new favorite reds. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and outline my lips. It is a darker nude, but I mean, it pulls off a darker nude on me, which I kind of like. That way when I put on like a more nude lipstick on top, it gives my lips a little bit more dimension. And I do overline my lips just a little bit, just because, just around like the Cupid's bow. Just like, and these are so creamy, so blendable, like, just like that. Just overline just a little bit. So creamy. I also fill in my lips with the lip pencil just because I do feel like it's a base for the lipstick. So if you eat or anything like that, or if you drink and it's like kind of wearing off, the lip liner will still be there when the lipstick wears off. just like that. And then I'm gonna take a very nude color, which is by MAC. It's called Yash. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it is a matte, and it's a super, like, it's a brownie or nude, but I feel like it pulls really nude on me, which I really like, and it pairs with the lip liner super well. And when you're doing, like, if you overline your lips like me, you want to go ahead and push the lipstick all the way up to where it you overlined, just because it does make it seem more seamless and more natural. Okay, just like that. So then, of course, so you want to push the you're gonna want to push the lip gloss all the way up to where you overdrew with the lip liner as well, just because it'll make it look more natural, like more like they're your lips, and it won't make it look so fake or overdrawn. But yeah, guys, so this is the final look. Alright guys, so this is the final look right here. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it was super simple. That way it wasn't too difficult for you guys to follow me. And yeah, please expect more videos. I know I haven't put a video on in about a month. It was just I started school, and even though it's been like almost 2 months since I started school, it's still been, I've had trouble adjusting with all the homework and all the assignments I've been having to do. It's my last year of college, so I'm looking super forward to just getting out. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video, and give it a thumbs up. Any comments down below, any suggestions you guys have for me, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.